Me and Josh saw the Abducted in Plain Sight.
Mm-hmm. You watched it together?
No,
we just watched.
I just know we watched separately.
We discussed it on the car ride over here. Basically.
Yeah.
How it's the most fucked up bullshit ever. Okay, so it's about this woman, Jan Broberg, when she was 12, like around mid-70s. Her neighbor basically kidnapped her and molested the crap out of her, and then her parents, who are basically fucking morons, both had some sort of weird sexual relationship with him as well.
But neither of them knew about it.
With the neighbor.
With the neighbor. The same guy molesting their kid, essentially.
Same guy molesting their kid. They were also committing adultery with
each other, with the same guy. So this guy's banging this whole family.
Side by Nation. He got the dad to give him a hand job on the side of the road one day by being like, "Oh God, I really need to be relieved right now."
Yeah, the dad's like, "Well, I'm
just gonna throw my hand right over there.
Just give me an old fashioned neighbor." Like, the fuck?
And then
any kind of hand job like in that fashion, like you're ready to give it.
And he was like,
the
when
dad's
they were
totally
interviewing
gay.
him,
He's super ready.
He was like, "Well, the guy said he needed help." Like,
yeah, he just. It seems like he got tricked into doing it. Basically,
listen, I need help all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, you were like 40 years old, dude. I'm not trying to hear that shit out of your mouth. It gets to a point where he's like tricking the girl into thinking she's being abducted by aliens or something.
She needed to save the human race. She was the last of her planet or something.
How old was the girl who was abducted?
9
at the time.
point?
She's 12.
12.
It started when she was 12.
Very young and very.
It went from like the time she was 12 to like 16, basically. Wow, it was a 4-year thing.
I think it was even before 12.
It might have been, but.
This guy was sleeping in her bed for for periods of time, and
the
like
parents
nobody
knew about it?
Yeah,
they were like letting them stay at the fucking house and shit.
Their excuse was like, "Oh, is it a different time?"
No, it was never a time where you're like, let the weird
dumb.
neighbor come sleep next to your fucking kid.
They must have been on some kind of drugs.
I think they're all just insanely stupid. I think the entire family is.
That sounds like a.
I think it was a lower IQ level, maybe.
Real, Trump supporter.
I don't know. Like,
I don't think they're Trump supporters.
I kind of get mad. About the mom and dad pulling the victim thing because I'm just like, well, you guys really were grown adults just kind of jacking off the neighbor.
They maybe
fuck your daughter. So if anything,
none of them knew.
But I think your daughter's the victim and you suck. Like, I don't know.
The first time he took her, he married her.
They're just, I don't know. They're like, yeah, we waited a week. We didn't know what to do, so we waited some more. They're like, we tried nothing. We were just fucking all out of ideas. We had no idea what the hell to do. We didn't even try
to begin with.
Yeah.
He married her.
Wow.
They had to go to Mexico to be married.
And he was like fooling them into this alien thing with like a shitty tape recorder that he would just like put next to the girl's bed basically.
And like, turn it on randomly.
Yeah, and she's like, oh my God, it's aliens. And or he hit play and hid in the fucking closet, one or the other.
It was actually truly horrifying, and
it's insanely horrifying. It's like super villainish, like the web of fucked up shit.
This guy got away with everything because there was nobody smart enough there to stop him.
Yeah, which I guess is like how most people get away with.
I think the only people who were truly concerned were the two sisters.
Yeah, basically. I forgot there were siblings.
There were more kids. There were more kids. Yeah,
they were only going to the siblings too much in the documentary. Now that I really think about it. I think they interviewed one of them maybe 3 times.
I think they were probably smart enough to be like.
They're like, nope, no alien. Our family had sex with the neighbor conspiracy. I don't need my face attached to that.
We don't want to make our family look bad. I don't know. It was just all really bad.
It was real bad.
I had to turn it off. It was that ridiculous.
I watched it fucking straight through. I just kept smoking weed. Anytime I got uncomfortable, I was like, I'm just gonna rip another full bong in my face.
I'm grinding in my seat just thinking about it.
My mom woke up out of her sleep being like, what the fuck is this shit? She was shocked as a person not even knowing what was going on because she woke up
because you only have to watch 5 minutes of that movie to be absurdly disgusted with your surroundings.
And that's about as far as I got.
Yeah.
She woke up when the guy was like, oh yeah, so I reached over and relieved him.
Yeah. he winks at the camera. He was like,
if you catch my drift.
Yeah, he raises one eyebrow.
We know what you mean.
And then he's like, I jacked him off is what I'm
we got that.
Yeah, all right.
We got that.
Oh my gosh.
Subtlety was apparently not this guy's forte.
They're like, yeah, it was a simpler time, It was another age.
Hand jobs are everywhere.
Hand jobs were just flying all over the place.
Always waiting at the bus.
Handed out like hotcakes.
It's just when she came back, he was like, "Oh, don't press charges," and they were like, "Okay."
The mid-70s. There was a chicken in every pot and a hand job in every garage. You know?
In the car.
That was,
hand job in every car.
That was Jimmy Carter's way.
I wonder what made the guy, though, be like, "Hey, jack me off." Yeah. You know what I mean? What was he? Do you think he was trolling?
What was the lead up to the conversation?
Just took a shot.
Do you think he was trolling?
He's
or
like,
do you
come on, bro. You know, like, come on, we're neighbors. We're neighbors.
We're neighbors. I need you to empty my balls, please.
Just keep looking down at your balls and then up at his eyes, down at your balls.
I need help to
eyes,
empty my sack.
Hey, can I borrow your hedge trimmer after this? I need to fix the lawn up a little bit. That's an entire other innuendo that you don't even want to fucking know what it means.
Oh shit.
Just made it up right now.
Speaking of ridiculous things, I went and saw the Mayhem movie. It was really good, but
Rory Culkin and some other guys.
Listen, let me tell you, they made Euronymous look pretty, and they made Varg look really, like, ugly and dumb.
Varg
and mean.
He's pretty ugly
handsome.
and dumb and mean.
He's quite handsome.
He's totally right, though. Like, he's not
now
a bad-looking dude.
Now he looks like a human goat.
He's not, yeah,
That video when they give him the sentence and he looks at the camera and he has that big, stupid smile.
Yeah,
with
he's
his
completely amped on it when he got arrested.
Like, look at him. He doesn't even care. He even openly says, "I don't, like, give a fuck." He's like, "I'd piss and dance on Euronymous' grave."
Yeah, and what the hell is he gonna say, though, really? I mean, like, he's already ruined his life.
I don't even think he ruined his life.
Yeah.
But, like...
Is he, like, independently rich from, like, his music, or...
Burzum's huge.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't own... He didn't own the rights to a lot of that early shit.
Yes, I don't know how you pronounce it.
He didn't make dick for those old albums.
Dunkelhiet.
He did have, like, a Billboard top one, like, some sort of high-on-the-list Billboard album.
Most of the records he came out with, he produced them from jail.
For sure.
Well, his one he produced right after jail.
I've seen a couple of his YouTube videos where, I mean, he just spews fucking Aryan philosophy. And
he's a racist shitbag.
They make fun of him in the movie for that, too.
So the video that I watched was his theory on survivalists and in the impending collapse of our society.
He was in jail in France, too? This video you were just talking about.
He was talking about how survivalists in the end, people who are most prepared for the collapse of our society, will be the ones taken out first. Because we will regress basically to animalistic state once all of our luxuries are taken away from us. That the very first people that are going to be targets are the people that stockpiled food, guns, and stuff like that. And I'm watching this guy, I'm like, he's a smart guy.
No, he is. That point is true, but I guess you gotta be smart about it.
And then, like, the next thing out of his mouth is just like, and that will clear way for, obviously, the Aryan nation to rise up. You know,
yeah,
you're just fucking, what?
Yeah, so let's get into this movie a little bit and deconstruct it.
Please.
Because,
and there's no spoilers because
Euronymous,
it's a news story.
They kind of made Euronymous look like an antagonist, and they made Varg look like the protagonist, in the sense that, like, I feel like the acting was kind of over the top for Varg. I don't think he was probably that creepy. Like, everybody knew he was pretentious and weird, but, like, they made him... It was, like, almost like when Johnny Depp was pretending to be Whitey Bulger. It was, like, a little over the top.
None of them speak in a Norwegian accent in the movie.
None of them speak. It's glamorized Hollywood film, which is why I assume nobody signed on to have their art be released.
I could have thought they would get.
So they couldn't use any Mayhem music.
Or
but they did. They did. They definitely used Mayhem's demo.
It's not copywritten. That's
copywritten.
It was like from a cassette.
That, or they could anything under 15 seconds. I think you can find ways around.
Yeah.
So they definitely used Mayhem's demo for that, but other than that, Sigur roasted the soundtrack. It was really interesting. They played it up. The whole movie's from Euronymous' point of view. He's narrating through the whole movie. And it's like him telling the story. They make him...
He's telling the story from the grave.
Pretty
right?
much,
I would assume,
yeah. He's in one of the first lines.
Spooky.
He's like, "This is the beginning and the end."
I have this great idea for a movie.
Yeah, they
Was that
pretty
him
much
pitching it from beyond the grave? Is that what that was?
No, that's the director.
Oh, okay.
they did a good job, like, telling the story. Again, it's directed by Jonas Ackerlund, which is the ex-drummer of Bathory, which is kind of cool because the whole time Varg's wearing a Bathory shirt and they're kind of ripping on him.
He's the director, yeah.
It was really good. It was very glamorized. They made everyone look like kind of like more prettier than they were. They kind of made things seem more sympathetic because Hollywood ending or whatever. Like, you felt bad when Euronymous died. You were like, no, but it's because of the way he told it, and I necessarily don't agree how they told it from his point of view, because they were both kind of like, him and Varg were in like a giant pissing contest to who could be more shitty, pretty much, and it was just like
more metal.
He pretty much drove his friend dead to kill himself. He supported it but didn't do anything to help. And then this movie is kind of built to where you kind of feel bad for him. And I'm not saying you shouldn't feel bad for him. I mean, it sucks he shouldn't have been killed by Varg.
Yeah, he got in trouble a lot for burning churches.
The church burnings because they were built on pagan altars.
So I saw a scene in the movie where a scene in the trailer where it seems like he's stabbing someone.
He stabbed Euronymous 23 times, but in the movie, he only stabbed him 21 times.
I see, you counted.
Man, this director...
I like to count.
This Bathory guy, I just looked him up.
Right?
He does a lot of stuff.
He has a lot of shitty music videos. A lot.
Are they all in the woods?
They're all like pop
Madonna
stuff. It's all like Madonna and like fucking Lady Gaga
that too.
and like fucking Pitbull.
He did a great job. The cinematography was really nice. I feel like some of the actors that they got to play the actual people were pretty good because
the supporting cast.
Yeah, the cast was pretty good. Like, whoever they casted to be dead was pretty spot on with kind of how he looked. I saw
that clip. You're right. It was dead on. And
but Euronymous, they made Euronymous look a lot prettier than he actually was, and
he's got that Culkin jawline.
Oh my god!
It was spot on though. Like however they filmed it, from the church burnings to the record store Helvet, where that Euronymous and the guys owned.
Mm-hmm.
That was really interesting because it was spot on. If you were to take the documentary Until the Light Takes Us and put those imageries that they took from real life and added it together, it's spot on. Like, from the detail down to the store window that the Burzum record was in with the chains.
And that's a set design, which is often very overlooked.
I forgot how addicting this actual story is, because
I know, it is fascinating. It fascinates me. It fascinated me as a kid.
They were definitely a cult. Everybody was just like breathing a sigh of relief once Euronymous died and Varg went to jail, because people could fucking do what they actually wanted and not have to care about the aesthetics or the imagery of the whole thing.
Keeping up appearances in the scene of black metal.
Mayhem's interesting because they built a following before they even put any music out, based on being assholes.
Is Darkthrone only 2 guys? Every picture I see,
it's Nocturne. It's Nocturne Culto, Culto, and then him. But it used to be like 4 guys, and
that's what I thought.
And once the thing with Varg happened and the Euronymous thing.
What is it like?
They became more left.
Drums and one play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
There's no bass in it.
No, I think it's just like how Varg recorded Burzum.
No, I haven't listened to Darkthrone forever.
He recorded in like a trash can with headphones.
Oh, that was his thing. He said that he recorded with a headset and he wanted it to sound so excessively shitty that he put a microphone in the center of the room and recorded with like a little travel amp.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it definitely sounds like shit. There's no two ways about that.
Philopson. What is it? Philopopson?
I listened to it and I'll tell you right now, I didn't get it.
I can't say anything.
Listen,
I can't say
Dunkelhiat is my thing. I don't know what it means, but I'm about it. with that synth.
The name Fenrir, is from Norse mythology.
I think all of it's Norse mythology.
Yeah, all that
except
shit is...
Varg, the Count,
the
Christian boy.
It's a monstrous wolf in Norse mythology.
I think Berzer means darkness.
Burzum, or Berzer.
Burzum. It means darkness.
What does Euronymous mean?
It's some type of god or some type of event that happened.
It does mean darkness. But it's in a language created by Tolkien.
Oh, that's right. They were all obsessed with the fucking Hobbit. And shit like
it's
that
in
too.
it's in
Yeah, because they're straight nerds. They're just a bunch of nerds that got too involved with pretending to be Satan, actually.
A bunch of fucking face-painting Lord of the Rings reading dorks. Man, these fucking Norwegian black metal guys love Nazi shit. They fucking love it. Let's talk about how Bard Ethan was also in a band called Blood Tsunami. Which sounds like a fucking shitty rockabilly band.
That reminds me of The Shining.
Yeah. No, it just reminds me of like people with Fonzie hair playing fucking bad rockabilly.
Yeah.
Shooting dice.
Yeah.
Or like, playing jacks.
Yelling Surf's Up in a Norwegian accent.
They're also in a barbershop quartet.
You didn't know Bard Ethan was in a barbershop quartet in jail?
Hey, you know, those jail cells in Norway are nicer than a lot of apartments here.
Yep, and barbershop quartets are huge there. Huge in Norwegian jail.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia. It says it right here.